Oh, and it says you are live. Wait for it. Wait for it. Let me just double check that it's coming up. You just sit there and make faces. Yes, we're up. It's just like old times. I'm trying to get something done. Antoinella's over there making faces. This is the story of our lives right here.
I'm so happy to be with you right now. I can't.
Oh my gosh. So, I cannot begin to tell you how much I adore Antoinella. And obviously, she's had a lot going on. And it's been I said I was just going to start calling her Job. She probably didn't think that was very funny. But she is right now on her boat off the coast of North Carolina. And she is joining us this evening, which I'm very, very happy about. And I have to say that I'm going to let Antoinella start this whole thing off, and she's going to dictate the direction. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Hello, my friend.
Love you. I'm so happy here. I was excited about this all day long. Okay, I'm on a boat in a remote area.
Yeah.
So I don't know how, if the connection's going to stay the way it is. But about the Job thing, which, by the way, you guys, she always said it very lovingly. I call her and be
like someone who just has a lot going on. You're like, seriously? Seriously.
Crazy. Everything wrong happened to me. So I got this lump in my arm, and it was gross. It like hung from the bottom of my elbow and shook back and forth really weird. It was the size of a golf ball, and it was hard. And I'm like, what is this? A fat tumor? Because that would be the best probably thought. So I went to the doctor, got test work done, all this blah, 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 blah. So he says I have leukemia. Okay. But it's treatable. It's not like it's, you can't cure it, but it's treatable. Whoopee-doo.
Okay.
So then they said, well, you know what, Antonella, we should do a PET scan. And that's where they check your whole body. And guess what comes up? Breast cancer. And I'm going, no way. And the thing is, it was under my nipple. Like, who checks for lumps under the nipple? Are you supposed to pick up the head and try to maneuver under there? No. Okay. I'm just saying, Lisa, how the heck do you check under a nipple?
I don't know. I think that might be your husband's job. I don't know.
I don't let him near that stuff. So, so I'm like, are you kidding me? And guess what? I was supposed to get a pap smear, but I'm like, I'm not rolling this dice because I'm not having any luck. So anyway, long story short, had a bone marrow done. That hurt. Then they went in and they put in this dye into my breast right before the surgery so they could check up in the lymph nodes. And for the next 2 days, and I told you this, Lisa, everything that came out of me was like Smurf blue. It looked like I ate a colony of Smurfs. Whatever was in the bowl was bright blue. It was a little off-putting, but then I thought it was fascinating. So anyway, so we've got the leukemia, we've got the breast cancer. Here's what's happening. I got to go do chemo. May 17th, I got to be up into Philly. And I see the doctor. We do COVID. We do blood tests. Then on the 19th, I get that port put in so they don't have to keep poking my vein for the chemo. And then after that, the chemo starts. So you, Lisa, and a lot of other people said, Antoinella, ask about the cold cap. And I did. But my doctor said that the cocktail that I'm getting, clearly not a martini, but the cocktail I'm getting, my hair will fall out. So the next I don't care. It'll be fun. So
it'll take a lot less time to get ready in the morning.
Right?
Yeah.
Summer, and you know how hot I get.
That's true. Oh my gosh. Antoinella, she's like a one-person furnace. I don't even.
My husband
a natural resource. I don't even get it.
My husband says it's like sleeping with a baked potato.
So one of the things I just wanted to say is that everybody knows that I adore Antonella. And because of that, because so many of you adore Antonella, people are constantly asking me what's going on with Antonella. The reason I don't normally talk about it on my platforms is because I appreciate that you care and she appreciates that you care. But if you're talking to me about her, she doesn't know. This does her no good. Okay. And I think when you're going through a lot of things, it is more important to know that there are people out there that care about you and are supporting you. And there's a lot of ways you can support someone. You can support her just by being there and giving her emotional support on Facebook. You can support her by watching the videos and things that she posts on YouTube. You can subscribe to her Patreon account, which is going to give you some little different things. And that's, a great way to support her because it supports a little bit more. She's going to ship me, but there is a GoFundMe as well because everyone knows that insurance doesn't cover everything. And there is not much that is more expensive than prolonged care when it comes to cancer. And it's a major issue for anyone who is going through it. So Antonella has a lot of people around her supporting her, but she also has a lot going on and is one of the people I will say, I've known a lot of people in my life and at differing levels of success and fame or notoriety. Many of them have no respect or appreciation for the people who put them there. And it makes me angry that they don't appreciate the fact that they are only where they are because people were kind enough to give a rat's you-know-what. Antonella is someone who has always been deeply, deeply grateful for the people in her life who care about her, whether she knows them or not. So when I say that I want you to let her know and not let me know that you are concerned for her, it's because it means a lot to her. She's not someone who takes any of that for granted. So I would highly recommend, number one, even going through what she's going through, which is beyond anyone's wildest dreams, at a point in time when she and her husband are both out of work. And I'm not going to belabor that point, but look, it's a pandemic. There's a lot of people who are going through the same thing. It's called being human. And every once in a while, the universe totally kicks your you-know-what. It was just saving up a long time for Antoinella and get out of the way at once. But, so that's why, again, Antonella is not a fairy princess who lives a charmed life and everything is perfect. Like Antonella is the most real person I know, the most down-to-earth person I know, one of the funniest people I know, one of the dearest people I know, and one of the most sincere, appreciative people that I know. So please let her know that you support her. And I'm not saying it's wasted on me, but if you tell me, then make sure and tell her too. And I will say too, that even going through this, she will keep you entertained. So,
what could go
one-way street.
I know. What are you going to do? You going to cry all day? I'm not. I'm just, that's why we live on a boat because, I used to say this during Dominique shows, like life is not a dress rehearsal.
Mm-mm.
It's happening right now. And forget about someday, because you don't know if you get tomorrow, 10 years, whatever. Mm-hmm. So what? Let's get busy living. And I'm going to laugh my way through this one way or another. Now, I want to say this, Lisa. Mm-hmm. You said all those nice things about me. I just want to tell all the people on your page what kind of person you are.
Don't be honest, whatever you do.
No, stop it. Everyone sees you. It's funny. Like when I was a huge fan of yours before I started QVC. And you guys, I would avoid her like the plague because I wanted our first one-on-one conversation to be so fabulous. And I didn't come up with it yet. So but dodge wherever she was because I'm a huge fan of hers, like freako fan, right? So anyway, and Lisa, I don't even know if you remember this or not, but she got the feeling that I was avoiding her. And when I went to the ops desk, which is where they mic us up, they gave me a message. They said, Lisa Robertson's looking for And I was like, oh, what does she want? They said, we don't know. She just said, if we see you, to let you know that she's looking for you. So I go to her dressing room, knock on the door, and I am scared, you know what, Liz. Not that she's going to do anything, but because this was going to be our first conversation. I knew it was going to be dumb on my part. So I open the door. She says, this is what she says to me. Antonella, have I done something to offend you or hurt you? And I about died because my husband, because I tell my husband, I saw her today. She walked past me today. My husband would say, Antoinella, stop acting like a jerk because she's going to feel like something wrong with you.
Right.
So I said, oh my God, Lisa, no, it's not you. It's me. I'm a big fan and I don't know. But here's the thing is everyone sees her a certain way on TV, on these things. But I want to tell you that she is the sweetest, most gentle woman, kind, giving, trustworthy, and a friend to the end. And she has this softness about her. Today we talked earlier. Do you know what she said to me, you guys? She knows I'm doing the chemo. So she goes, I don't want you on a boat during chemo. I want you to come live at my house. And I'm like, I'm not coming to your house. I'm not living at your house.
Well, I want you to. I have it all figured out.
Stop. I know. She had it all figured out.
I have it all figured out.
Everything. I mean, princess suite, the Cinderella suite.
Yeah.
My point is that's the kind of person you are. And it's amazing, Lisa, because there's not a lot of people like you. And some people might look at you and be like, oh, she's so pretty or she's so intelligent or but the best thing about her is her heart. It is enormous. And she'd take a freaking bullet for you. Is freaking allowed to say?
Yeah, I think frickin' is completely okay, by the way. I would take a bullet for you.
I can't see anything. Are there people watching?
Yes, by the way, there are so many comments right now, and I feel like, wait a minute, let me just see very quickly how many comments so far, because I've been wanting to kind of talk and I haven't been. We have 1,000 comments at 12 minutes in.
Oh, okay. Are they bad?
They adore you, as everyone does. As everyone does. I've just never known anyone who doesn't adore Antoinella. And by the way, if I did, I would stay away from them because there's something wrong with them. Okay? There are certain people who are just so genuine, everyone likes them. And if somebody doesn't like that person, get the heck away from them. They're not stable. But I haven't met that person yet. So, I mean, I've met people who are, in my opinion, unstable, but not because they didn't like Antonella. They even liked Antonella. So it wasn't really a problem on that one. But so Antonella and I were talking earlier today because I said, what do you want to talk about? She said, I don't want to talk about that the whole time. I said, okay, well, get that out of the way in the beginning. Well, so, oh my gosh, when Antonella was at QVC, she made me laugh every time I saw her. And because of the fact that I did not have my priorities in order and my job was always my priority and a relationship was not, I was alone on many a holiday. And Antonella was kind enough to invite me to Thanksgiving with her family at her home so I would not be alone. And I adore her family. But we had the best time. And a lot of our great times were around jewelry.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I know. Well, you know what? I was going to say, because this is a funny story too, but let me piggyback on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Myers said to me then, he came up to me, he said, I asked Robertson after Thanksgiving with you, I asked her, are they all like her? And actually, they're not. They're all.
No, I'm the weird one in my family, and you're the weird one in your family. Like, we both just stick out of the family tree like some kind of weird limb. I don't even know what happened there. It's so funny.
Weird one. You're like far from. My God, what's that ring? Oh, Can you hold your hand up again? What is that? What is that?
I really felt like this was an Antoinella ring.
Oh, it is. It should be on my finger.
You're right. Turquoise, blue topaz. Isn't that gorgeous?
Is that on your site? Is that on your .com?
It is. It is. Wait, I have one more for you because I'm keeping this one too.
Let me see.
Kunzite, blue zircon, and white zircon.
Okay, I'm breaking out in a sweat. It's so hard to get good kunzite.
Isn't it? It's 8 carats plus. And look at the color. Look how saturated.
What's it set in? Gold, silver, what?
It's set in gold over silver.
Whew. Is that on your site too?
Yeah, I think we have a few left in that. I actually had to keep that because I just liked it so much. And then I was keeping one of these. I'm like, my rings, my rings.
I like it. I don't know how you send anything back. All right,
I don't. Oh, and I wore this tonight because this is part of our Italian jewelry, and that reminds me of you. And speaking of you and me and Italy, wait for it. What do you think?
Oh dear. Oh my. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. David Markstein.
Oh!
Wow. Ciao, Bella. Ciao.
Oh.
Now this is like old times. Come on, guys.
It is. So, David,
oh my God, the memories we used to have together.
So Antonella loves jewelry. I know the alternate, but Antonella loves jewelry. In fact, the other day I forget even how it came up. Something came up and David said, Antonella, I know that you're not too concerned about germs because I've seen you lick a piece of jewelry.
She did. It was amazing. She loved jewelry so much. I mean, she would be like, if she had a meeting about Gold Rush or just any type of jewelry event, whether it was Bronze Italia or whatever, she would just come back.
Territory.
Okay, where's the jewelry? Let me see the jewelry. And you could not show her enough. If she was late for the show host meeting, she didn't care. She looked at jewelry. That took priority over any other meetings.
Management can wait. I'm looking at jewelry.
I'd lick it so no one else would want it or touch it. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
the best. But I have to say, you really get to know these hosts the best is when you're traveling with them. So any trip to Italy where you don't go for a day, you can't do that. A couple days, you really get to know anything about their life, their family, because you're with them 24/7. And so Lisa travels very differently than Antonella. Antonella is like a kid in the candy store. She's like, wait a second, I got to look at this, I got to look at that. Stop right there. Lisa's been doing it enough times that she kind of knows what she wants and she knows where to go and everything like that.
You know those harnesses they have for small children. I was going to get one of those for Antonella for the next Italian jewelry show. Like, come on. Like,
I know. I couldn't. I was dying.
Like her face was smashed because she just kept pushing it against the glass of every booth. I was like, it was hysterical.
It was so beautiful. And the thing is, I shut the place down and security like, okay, you have to leave now. And I'm like, I'm not done.
Yeah. There's 3,000 booths here. I haven't seen all of them.
It was so funny too, because, Antonella says it like it is, she doesn't beat around the bush. And Lisa, our vendor's kind of modest a little bit, but, and loves Antonella beyond belief. But it took him a little bit of time to get used to Antonella.
Very proper.
He did.
So the gentleman that we work with primarily in jewelry is truly a gentleman. He is he's very elegant. He's very kind. He's very smart. He's very hardworking. His family has built this business, but he is very proper. He's very proper. And I think he just looked at Antoinella like he just didn't know what to make of her.
It was the funniest thing.
He figured it out and he adores her, but
do you remember what happened? They got this van for all of us to travel, right? With the gentleman you're speaking of. And I loved him because he was so sweet and so nice.
Yes.
He was a good guy.
Very proper, which is okay and good by me. I just hope you like me too. So anyway, since I was the shortest with the shortest legs, I offered to sit in the back of the van because there wasn't leg room. And then like leggy models, Lise, David, everybody, they are taller, longer legs. So I'm like, I'll go in the back. Well, I'm trying to get in the van and I couldn't quite get myself up because I've got
the small physics problem. There was a small.
So the gentleman was right behind me. So without saying his name, I turned and I said, push, push, like, oh.
And he was laughing. He didn't know what to do.
The only part of her sticking out of the vehicle is her lower posterior, P.S. and by the way. And she's telling this very proper man to push. He's like, what?
Yeah, he wouldn't do it.
Of course not.
That is a funny story. I loved it. It was so funny.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, there were so many good memories in the old days. And you know, let's face it, in the old days, we sold a lot of jewelry. I mean, there was jewelry shows all the time. So you got to see the hosts who loved to sell jewelry because there was a jewelry show at least twice a day in the day.
So I have to say again, so one of the things that when David was a buyer, he was the lead jewelry buyer at QVC for over 20 years, but he was one of the first people and I don't even, they probably don't even do this anymore because everything has changed very much. But he was the first buyer to think, you know, when she likes that, it sells better, huh? So when I'm choosing things and I'm deciding where they go and what the key things are, so he would start asking me, for example, he would say, okay, here's all the things. What are the things that you feel the most strongly about? And it started out with a piece here and a piece there. And it got to the point where he would really work with every host on really honing in on the pieces that they felt strongly about, so that, because obviously when you really believe in something, it's going to be a different response. He caught so much flack for that at first. And then it got to the point where all the other buyers were doing it because it worked so well. So we all spent, Antonella and I spent a lot of time with David looking at jewelry because we had so many jewelry shows at that point. I mean, we had 24-hour jewelry events. We had the key jewelry shows. We had jewelry in PM Style. We had jewelry in the Lisa Robertson show. We had a jewelry that was a TSV. We had
it was all the time
jewelry. It was amazing. I mean, it was kind of like the Three Musketeers, really.
It really was amazing. And I love nothing more than previewing the product with you guys when you would come by. I take my time prepping it. I wanted to make sure I had a good presentation for you guys. But the difference between you and Antonella was also very different, Lisa, because you kind of were like set in your mind. I knew exactly what you wanted. Whereas Antonella knew what she wanted, but she had to see everything in my drawer. She's like, what's in that drawer right there? Take that bag out. I would lay everything on the table. When Antonella left, it was a mess. It took me like 2 hours to clean up. Whereas, which was great. She just loved to be with the jewelry so much.
I have to tell you, and I'm not going to mention any names, and I really am going to keep this so generic. There's no way you're going to know who I'm talking about because I'm about to use a semi-swear word. But I remember, you know, I mean, I would try to be polite with how I expressed, you know, I like that, but I don't feel that that's the strongest for me.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
I loved everything, but had a hard time narrowing it down. You know, I had strong feelings on what I just had a gut reaction to and what I didn't have a gut reaction to, what I really resonated with. I'll never forget sitting in a meeting for a jewelry event with another host who is not here in this chat, obviously. And they would just look at it and go, that's crap. That's crap. What else do you have? That's crap. I was like, oh my God.
It is so hard to deal with that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's brutal.
And that makes you thick-skinned as a buyer because, you know, you're so proud. Look what I got. Crap, crap, crap. I remember those days.
I was astounded.
I remember David would have like this whole table filled with the jewelry.
Yep.
And I'd need my then thing, I'd start breaking out in a sweat. And okay, Antoinella, I know. Just calm down.
Yeah, get out the inhaler. What?
And then I would pick too much stuff. And he's like, okay, you got to whittle it down. You got to whittle it down. It's only a 2-hour show. Look, I'm getting verklempt about it right now. And then after we'd finally whittle it down, I'd say, oh, what's Robertson having her show? Let me see her tray.
Always had to know.
Always. So one time we had this jewelry event and they put the key cell position where the host was in a different place than they usually do. And the models were like out of your line of sight, which I hated because I liked to communicate with the models. I felt like they were part of the show. But they had them kind of behind us and over there. And I hated that. I was on right after Antonella. And so, you know, the Antonella's show ended. They went to a break, and the break was only, you know, like 60 seconds, and you're, you know, you're in, you know, so we're all mic'd up. The mics are cordless. It's fairly easy. Antonella gets up. I sit down. There's an army of people, and then here's your jewelry tray, and here's yours, and here's the models, and it's on, and you're up. So I start the jewelry show, and of course, in that 60 seconds, I had gotten floor lights. I had made sure that everybody needed to be quiet. I was like, I walked in and I had work to do. Floor lights, everybody quiet, tray right there. Let's go, right? Because she forgot something. So she walks onto the set and I'm on, and I'm the only one talking. Antonella starts talking and they shush her. And she was like, what? I said, quiet. She was like, what? I left for 60 seconds. And you had floor lights and people told me to be quiet. Exactly.
Oh my God.
On the same thing.
Perfect. I'm like, and Lisa, I remember so many times I'd say to people, if my initials were LR, this would not be happening.
That is so funny. She really always did that. She always said, first of all, let me see what everyone else got first before I pick, because I know you probably gave them all the best stuff, and it really wasn't true.
Yeah, I'm like,
it
no,
really wasn't.
Robertson, all the good stuff.
That's what you always said to me.
And you know what I would do to Joe Meyer if we had duplicates, because we would be on same time. Whatever was in his show,
I know you.
I'd try to sell it out.
I knew you. I knew you'd do that. I knew it.
Well, Antonella, you know, I did have a hidden motive. You're right. I did give Lisa all the good stuff. And you know why? She eventually hired me. I got a job. So it paid off.
That guy's smarter than he looks. You got to give it to him.
I knew eventually it would happen.
I knew it.
Oh my God. It was so funny. I will never forget the one time that Antoinella and we went to Italy because we were both doing the shows. And that's when we had a lot of shows. We had something crazy. How many shows did we have that one year?
Oh my God.
You had 3. I think there were 5, Lisa. Right, David?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. They just overdid it.
You had 4, Lisa. I had 2. You had 4.
Yeah, I had 4. And sometimes those shows were so close, by the way. I remember one time when we were doing it in the main square of Vicenza, the Piazza di Signore, in the center of town. Yes. And I had a 3-hour show. So I got on location 4 hours before, and you know, to prep the jewelry again, because you know we prep it before, but then you want to prep it in person. You want to see what the models are wearing. You want to see where it all goes. You want to see how it all works together. Then you sit down in hair and makeup. That's when Boris, my friend Boris from Vienna, by the way, yesterday was his birthday.
Oh my gosh.
Our hair and makeup. So he would start doing my hair and makeup, and then we would start doing the run through with the lighting and the testing the equipment. And then you're on for 3 hours. So now you've been there for 7 hours. But now in another 3 hours, you have another 4-hour show. So at the end of that 3 hours, they went back, washed my face, put me back in the chair, and started again. Got ready for 3 hours, and did another 4-hour show. So we had some crazy schedules.
It really was amazing.
In Italy, because Italy is 6 hours ahead, and we were doing it for Eastern time. So you'd be doing a show at 3 a.m. Italy time, because that was 9 p.m. Eastern time on that.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. And then Antoinella and I got to go to Venice for a day. That was really nice.
Yeah, but before you talk about that, I got to tell you, when you took me to Venice, you had done the 2 double shifts, dead tired, did not sleep at all, and really, really hungry. And we had one day in Venice, because that's where we were going to take off from. Yep. And I was like, Lisa, you know, just hit the bed. Don't worry about it. Because you'd been there so many times, but I had never been to Venice. And Lisa was like, no, I'm showing you Venice. And I'm like, you slept all night. You did 2 long shows. And that takes a lot out of you, because you have adrenaline. You're really excited. And she's like, I don't care. I'm taking you around Venice. Everything in Venice.
Starting with a walk taxi through the Grand Canal, serenading her with Beauty and the Beast. I wanted it to be full.
Oh my God.
experience.
sang, "There Goes the Baker."
There
You do it.
always the same old bread and rolls to sell. Every morning just the same, since the morning that we came to the sleepy morning bell.
Oh my God, those are some good times.
Gondola, and I'm like, oh my God.
We did the best time because and in all honesty, I was being selfish because the most wonderful way to experience something that you've already experienced is to experience it with someone else who you know is really going to love it their first time. It's like you get to see it for the first time all over again. And Venice is so wonderful that I knew I would never ever miss having a chance to see Venice for the first time with Antoinella, and we had the best time.
You knew tons of history. I knew exactly what I was looking at, what it was about. It was just amazing. And my head,
the Fourth Crusade.
Oh my God.
Well, I got to tell you guys, I must say that I probably traveled to Italy with most of the hosts at QVC.
Oh, yeah.
And you talk about traveling well. Well, you two obviously are a pleasure to travel with because you were passionate about jewelry and just your focus and everything like that. But there were some times, I'm not mentioning any names, but some of the hosts, they didn't really care about jewelry. They families. They were just having a good time, and it was hard to get them to focus and to come on, let's do this, or they were. We come down in the morning and we were ready to work.
Oh yeah,
it was like you were down at the time.
You fly night, like a Saturday night. You fly Saturday night. You land Saturday morning, and if you're anything like me, you haven't slept. You get the car at the airport in Venice. You go directly to Vicenza. It's about 45 minutes an hour, depending on traffic. To the hotel, you drop your luggage, and then you don't lay in that bed. You just, you're lucky your luggage made it, and you put on fresh clothes and you go to the show, and you just start walking, and you're just walking and walking and walking. And you're walking until late that night. When the show gets over,
it's exhausting.
You have to wait to eat. And this was, I know exactly one of the years that David's talking about, because the pizzeria wasn't open at that point. So you had to wait till 7:30 at the earliest to eat, because it's even rude to eat at 7:30. That's when they open, and only rude Americans eat at 7:30. But we didn't care. We were starving and exhausted. And then you have dinner with vendors, and and they want to entertain you. I mean, you're their business. You have this in common, and good people can connect over business, and it does enhance the experience.
It does,
because it increases what you have in common and how you work in each other's worlds, and everything else. So it's not just, oh, let's go have dinner because it makes us more money. It's not what it was about. It was this shared experience and this camaraderie, and it was a wonderful thing. So then you didn't get to bed till late, and then you had to be up early to catch the breakfast buffet and walk over to the show and do it again. But I'll never forget, David came to me one year. He's like, what do I do with them? I said, what do you mean, what do you do with them? And he said, like you and I, like we walk around, we look at jewelry. I've shown them everything. They don't care. I even expensive stuff we can't buy just to try to get them interested. They don't care.
Yeah.
Like I told them we had more B-roll to do, and they said they didn't care. They were leaving.
Yeah. It was an unbelievable experience. Like, I mean, it was such a pleasure when you guys were there because you wanted to work and you were passionate, and it was easy to show you stuff, and you wanted to go see factories or whatever. Oh, yeah. And then the difference between, like, almost, I always felt like a host going to Italy was a privilege, and some of them really appreciated and wanted that opportunity, and others were like, okay, I'll see you at dinner time. Yeah.
Others were like, it's about time you sent me to Italy. I've deserved this for a long time. I'm taking my whole family on vacation. Don't. You're just like, whoa, okay, well.
Yeah, but at least you were right, though. The minute you landed, we landed.
Mm-hmm.
I boots on the ground. It was nonstop, but I was so torqued up, like Energizer Bunny. We were.
Oh my gosh, Antoinella was like, I was going to have to give her a sedative. I was like, if I had actually been experienced in calf roping, it would have come in so handy. With Antoinella at that jewelry show, I'd have been like, boom!
I thought I was driving David and you crazy.
You were. What
do you mean thought?
Oh my God!
I mean, you actually, when you saw something you loved, you really did start to perspire. Like,
oh yeah.
You're like, oh my God. Like
the spirometer would go crazy. Antonella can't fake what she feels strongly about because she cannot sweat on demand. And when she's really about something, like
and she'd be like this. Okay.
So
Give me a minute to breathe. She's like, no. All right, give it to me. Let me look at it. What's the weight?
It's so true, you guys. Oh my God, I'm so transparent. I gotta say, here's a funny little story about Italy. We would be walking around the shows, right? And I can't help but notice that every single man, probably and woman, can't take their eyes off of Lisa. I'm standing right next to her. I'm like freaking invisible. But these men are, so I say to her, I'm like, Lisa, do you notice how every man is like is goosenecking and can't stop staring at you? And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, Lisa, every man in this room walked by the kid. And I said, listen, if I took my clothes off right now and walked next to you naked, they wouldn't see me. I said that. This guy, of course, is like staring at her and walking, and he trips over his own 2 feet. He literally tripped. I'm like, did you see that? Lisa, did you see that?
She was oblivious.
I'm like the man on the ground. I told you I could strip naked, no one would see me.
Oh my God, that is so you. I can't.
It's so funny.
True story.
I can't even.
Well, I have news for you, Antonella. They were staring at me. They're not staring at Lisa.
Exactly. David has that effect on Italian men. I'm not sure you realize.
I'm the most interesting man in the
Ciao, bello.
Ciao, bello.
Oh my God.
Oh,
well, there were a lot of great times with you guys, and I just love this little reunion right now that's going on. So thank you for having me on, Lisa.
So much fun. I have to. It's so funny because it really is. I mean, the three of us really did spend so much time together. It was hysterical, and there was just the constant, back and forth. And it was one of those things. By the way, I have no doubt what Antonella was saying about it. If something was in Domeyer's thing, because because he would be hysterical about it too. I mean, she'd go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Domeyer, you don't have any ring left. And he'd be like, oh, man, really?
That's so funny. It's so true.
I loved doing that to him. I would go and look up his pal. And I mean, I would invent. It was fun for me to just.
Yeah. because he's such a good sport about it. He really
awesome.
All in stride, hysterical.
Yeah, he is the best. He is the best.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. So funny. And he is one of those people who I have to say he can turn on the whole thing of being intentionally over the top.
Yeah.
And then it's so funny because he's doing it on purpose, and he's doing it on purpose, and it's hysterical, but nobody was as good at that as Domeyer. And if you were going to give somebody a hard time and you wanted to know that they were going to take it well and think it was funny and make it worth your while, Domeyer. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely.
Totally agree.
Heart of gold though too.
Good guy.
He called me and texted me over this whole thing just so much. He's just
he's a good one.
He is.
Yeah. He and I started about the same time. You know how like different groups of hosts started at the same time, and he and I started kind of in the same group about 6 months apart. He and Lisa Mason and I all started like right around the same ballpark.
I thought for sure the two of you would end up dating. When I would watch you guys, I'm like, oh, totally date.
That's so funny. We were always good friends, but it was not like that at all.
We're both beautiful people.
No, because I think he was always in love with his wife, but even before it was
in the picture though yet.
No, but he knew her before.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he knew.
Antonella, don't be spreading rumors.
I moved there, and I remember us talking about her. So it was very funny, but yeah, but there was definitely a camaraderie because we were going through the same thing at the same time. He and Lisa Mason and I had a great friendship because we had that shared experience of all, kind of going through that at the same time, which was awesome. Just awesome. Yeah. really good. But it's a unique experience. And
Oh, it is.
I think I think we were there for the best part. We were there for the best part when it was
Absolutely.
and it was changing and it was fun. I couldn't wait to go to work because all my friends were there, and it was so much fun. And you could really make things happen. You could dictate what was going to happen. Like, they would bring you this and say, this is in your show. And you would look at it and you go, we're going to start here. We're going to go there. We're going to go there. We're going to go there. There wasn't somebody else in a cubicle going, here's your rundown. Here's what you're going to say. You're like, I don't need you to tell me what to say because you've never said it. Okay. You've never been on air. You've never bought anything. You've never sold anything. You've never would you like to tell me how to do my job? Because I don't really feel that makes sense. See, I have done about 50 million of this type of item. And I've done it every way since Sunday because I started out in overnights where I did 4-hour shifts with no guests 5 nights a week. Okay. I tried pushing it, pulling it, lifting it up, juggling it, and getting it across the finish line. So if one of us is qualified to do what is the most effective approach to help people understand how this benefits them in an honest and connecting way, that would be me, not you.
Yeah.
Not that I have any strong feelings about that, because I don't.
No, I gotta back you up on that, Lisa.
And it is so true, because I remember when all you guys were in the overnights, and I was like, okay, like first when you started, Lisa, I was like, okay, she seems gravitating towards jewelry and the soft side of the business for sure. And slowly you get to know them, and when they start showing interest in your product, you're like all over it. You're going to grab onto anyone who's doing that because they're interested.
David is not a buyer to let an opportunity go by.
Absolutely not. I'm like, oh, you like jewelry? Come on over here. Let's see if we can make something happen here.
Right. So you like jewelry. What do you think of this jewelry? What do you think of this jewelry? How would you like that?
And Antonella never played poker ever because she started at QVC. I was like, okay. She immediately went to the jewelry offices and like, okay, who do I see about seeing some jewelry here? It's like, it didn't matter.
Yeah. Antonella playing poker, she would flipping lose everything. She has no poker face. She's the worst liar ever. I mean,
no way. But at least it's so true. Like when I started, there was still a lot of joy there,
Oh,
yeah. I was in the overnight, so they don't really pay attention that much to you. So I did what I do, and I loved it, right? And I talked about it, I wanted to talk about it. But then as time went on, geez, they wanted to give me a script and say this, say that. And I'm thinking, I can't say stuff. It doesn't come out of my mouth right. It doesn't feel normal to me. And I'm going to come off as being insincere.
Right. Yeah, you can't use someone else's words. I mean, there were even times when what someone would say that they wanted me to say was incorrect. I'm like, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
Because number one, either A, it's not true. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
B, it's not factually correct. I'm not going to say it. C, it's misleading. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to tell you I have it if I don't. I'm not going to tell you I use it if I don't. I'm not going to tell you I love it if I don't. I'm not going to tell you it's going to do something it's not going to do. I don't care what cubicle person thinks should be happening out here. Not going to happen. Like,
Yep, same here.
In the earlier days, we had a lot more leeway. It was a smaller company mentality, and as a host, you really had more influence. You didn't have to worry about so many people Monday morning quarterbacking, tape reviewing, picking holes, blaming you. So I don't envy.
I absolutely saw that evolve with you guys. I mean, totally the decisions you made and things like that. It got tighter and tighter, the rein, as time went on, and you lost that creativity, you lost that freedom as much as you had it before.
Right. But again, and I don't mean to say that's a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's just the way things went.
The difference because every company changes over time. And the way that it changes, some people are going to like, and they're going to think is even better. And some people are going to go, you know what, that's not as good for me. So it's a natural evolution of things. And luckily, I was there for the part that I really enjoyed and I gravitated to and I felt comfortable with. And I was happy that I was there for that part of it. So I feel very lucky
Yeah,
because it really was, 20 of the best years of my life.
it was the best part. I mean, it makes me sad that, well, I guess I shouldn't say anything bad. Okay, I'll just say it's sad. That's all I
How
can.
many years were you, Antonella? How many years?
17.
17.
Yeah. I think one of the hardest things is that when you have a job like that, it's so different. It's not like you can walk out in the street and run into other people, who can relate to what you do, because what you do is unique. I mean, the only, I was going to say people who do what you do with people at HSN, and now it's all the same company. So it really is, but you have this unusual job and the schedule is erratic.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
you don't build a community other people in an office. You don't build a community around a set schedule. You don't build, like, you really are, it becomes your community. And the people there become your community and your extended family. And it becomes everything about your bubble doesn't go beyond that company. So when you're there for 17 years or 20 years and you leave, the hardest part, and again, it doesn't matter that it's specifically that company, the hardest part of leaving any company that is unique and all engrossing after that period of time is separating who you are from who you were there. Because that's your entire sense of identity. That's how you identify. I'm Antonella, I'm a host on QVC. I'm Lisa Robertson, I'm a host on QVC. And without that I'm a host on, you start going, well, who am I? Where do I fit in? I mean, my entire social structure, all of my spare time, all of my thoughts, every moment of my day for the last 17 or 20 years has been about that. And it really takes a long time to disconnect yourself from that. It's a very difficult thing. I think if you go back and you re-engage in a year or two, then you never have to go through the complete emotional and psychological separation. And I think in order to go through the complete emotional and psychological separation, it takes a number of years. It really does.
Oh, I agree.
It does. Yeah.
That is so well said, Lisa. And I mean, I couldn't say better, but it really is. Geez, when that happened to me, and I was, let go, whatever, laid off. I don't know what you call it. I felt like my whole world turned upside down. I didn't know what to think, what to feel. I cried constantly. I didn't know what to do. Luckily, I had good friends like you and David and a couple of the other hosts that were like, hey, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. But I just had a conversation with a host today who had also been let go, and she's just not doing well. It's so hard.
But one of the things I will say too is that we live in a world that has opportunities that didn't exist 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so now what's interesting is we live in a world where personality and hard work can create a monetary base for you. It used to be that personality and hard work meant that you would have a job, but not that you could get that talent out in front of other people.
That's so true.
Enjoy you and connect with you. And that's something that you could create a future with. Because one of the things to remember is, I think we all hear about influencers and blah, blah, blah. And there's a lot of terms, and I think, you always think of some young kid who just happened into it. I don't know. I'm sure that happens. But in reality, I will tell you that a job creating content to connect with people on different platforms and to create a future for yourself and your family is a full-time job.
Yeah, it
no
is.
question about it.
But it's doable.
I just miss the viewer. Do you remember when we would do like the beauty bash and we'd get
Yes.
to all come? And they were so nice. Like, they were excited to see us. I would even promise people, I'm like, I can get you in to see Lisa Robertson. Came off the stage and I'm like, Lisa, these people want to see you. Come here. And you're like, okay.
That's hysterical.
Antonella. So number one, Antonella, we do trips, and I think that you should, health permitting, conditions permitting, do some trips with us. Whenever you're up for it, I think that we should do an event. here locally.
I would love that.
We did that. You know, we did
That'd be great.
we did a brunch at a country club near here a few years ago. And we've been talking about doing something else, but then of course, you know, the pandemic came and the world changed. So hopefully things are going to calm down, but we should definitely do an event. It would be so much fun. So much fun.
Oh my God, that'd be a blast for you guys.
We can decide who we want to invite that won't get in trouble for showing up. So
Good call.
That would be cool, Lisa. I would love that.
Wouldn't that be great?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Well, Antonella, you're in North Carolina right now?
Yeah, I'm in North
You're coming to Philadelphia when? Because we all have to have a little reunion when you get here.
Oh, for sure. So we're going to start sailing, I think, May 1st. Start sailing up the coast. We're going to take our time. It should only take like 5 days, but we're going to really take our time. So I will definitely be in Philadelphia May 17th, like for sure, because I have for the appointment. But I'll be there before that, and I'll let you guys know.
Great.
Please do.
Yeah,
a little mini reunion.
You have to come visit.
I will. I want to see the horses. Did you tell people what you're getting to? I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Well, hopefully any day, so we'll let everybody know. But
Yeah.
Those horses are beautiful. And Bullet, does he not have the most personality ever in a horse?
That goes. Is that guy?
Yes, I love him. He's so cute.
He's beautiful. Did you ride any? Are you allowed to? Can you get on them? But
those are serious horses, and I don't want to mess with anything.
Yeah,
but I do think that so they're show horses. They're used in competitions in reining and roping. So Western riding versus English riding, which is more unusual in this part of the country, but definitely something I relate to more. And it was just, you know, I'll see her practicing in the riding ring down here. It's very cool.
Aww.
Very, very cool. Yeah. So the horses are beautiful.
Oh, because you can tell they really like you. They're so sweet. Oh my gosh.
Those horses. Yeah, especially Bullet. I think Bullet knows that I'm sweet on him, and he, you know, he's just milking it.
It's something nice about driving into work every day, and you drive into the development, and then you see horses, and it's like, okay, that's how you're starting your day, with a beautiful view of horses.
Yeah,
it's not a bad way.
I love your place. It's just beautiful. The flower trees. I saw that tree put up. Is it a Judas tree? I think it is.
No, I don't know.
Judas trees can only bloom if there's a dogwood next to it, because they populate.
There's a dogwood near it.
Yeah, I think it could be Judas tree, but I could be wrong. I didn't see close up, but it's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, and I like those lilies that light up. What?
Yes. Aren't they gorgeous?
Yeah. Where can I put that on a boat?
I don't know. Gardening on a boat could be a little challenging.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, you'll find a way.
I'm so mad this is almost over. I had so many stories I wanted to tell people.
We'll do it again. Oh.
Let's do another one.
We'll do it again. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think anyone who knows any of us thought this was going to be one and done in an hour. Everybody, now raise your hand if you think we're going to cover all the stories in 1 hour. See, that's no one. I don't even have to see him. I can tell. No one's like,
no way. There's too many stories for you guys.
Too many. It was so much fun. So once again, I want to say Antoinella is on Facebook, Antonella M. Nestor. She's on Patreon. She has videos on YouTube. I don't give you Antoinella updates because that is what Antoinella is doing now. And she spends a good amount of time, and she's got a lot going on. So it is important when people are going through a lot to make sure that they know when you are supporting them. And so it's one of the reasons why I don't want to give you all the updates. Go to her for the updates. And I have to say that it's one of the things I love is that no matter how much she's going through, she's always entertaining. I'm not really sure how she does that, but
always
appreciate it.
When you're done with Antonella, your face hurts so much from laughing. It's just like you just can't help it.
I love you guys. You guys are the best. You really are. So much. I really do.
Well, okay, keep in touch. Okay, let us know when you're going to be up here. Make sure and come by. Hopefully beforehand, because I'm sure that you might want to rest a little after. But we'll look forward to seeing you, and we'll definitely.
Hey, David. Next time I see you, I'll look like you.
I know. I was going to say that. This is solidarity for you. People do that for their friends. So I'm one step ahead of you. Most people don't realize that I actually have a full head of hair, Antonella, and if I didn't shave, it would be like Brad Pitt or something, But you know what? Why I'm gutsy enough in my own skin.
Yeah, he got so tired of being confused with Brad Pitt that he shaved his head. It's commitment right there, people.
We've got Brad Pitt over here, Angelina Jolie here, and Phyllis Diller here.
You're so wrong.
That's so funny. I love it.
Oh, Antonella, we're doing a Christmas cruise, a Christmas river cruise on the Danube River in Christmas of 2023, December of 2023. I really think that gives you time to get through all of this and join us.
Oh my God, I would love to.
Vienna, Budapest, Christmas time.
Oh my gosh, yes, and yes.
I mean, you're already on a boat, so going to a cruise is only a little bit of a leap.
It'll just be a bigger boat,
A bigger boat.
I could definitely do a bigger boat.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, I can't fit anything on here.
All right, well, guys, it was so wonderful seeing both of you.
Thank you.
Keep us in the loop, and we will see you when you get to this part of the country.
Okay, Lisa, I love you. I love you too, David.
Love you, Antonella.
Guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.